The New York Yankees have kicked off an offseason filled with bold changes, and the moves underway promise to shape the team's future in 2025. At the center of this transformation is Alex Verdugo, whose name seems poised to exit the Bronx after just one season. But what does this decision mean for the team and its fans? With the arrival of Cody Bellinger and renewed confidence in rising star Jasson Dominguez, the Yankees are sending a clear message: there's not enough room for everyone. The organization is charting a path that blends youth with proven skill, betting heavily on a future brimming with potential. But what about Verdugo? His departure seems to be not just a matter of roster space, but also strategy. With Jasson Dominguez shining and major contracts on the table, moving on from Verdugo may also be tied to creating financial flexibility in the market. According to Jim Bowden of The Athletic, Verdugo's name has been linked to the San Diego Padres, especially if the California franchise fails to re-sign Jurickson Profar. It's not hard to see why. Verdugo is known for his defensive consistency in left field, and as a quiet yet influential presence in the clubhouse, qualities any team looking for reinforcements would value. Yet the question arises, are the Padres willing to take a chance on a player coming off a subpar season? The numbers don't lie. In 2024, Verdugo posted a disappointing slash line of .329/.329/.356, with just 13 home runs. This is a stark contrast to his career stats up to that point: .283/.338/.432 over 5 seasons. A testament to his potential to bounce back, but also a signal that something went wrong last year. This is where things get interesting. Verdugo is seeking a 4-year deal worth around $60 million. But circumstances might force him to accept a 1-year contract to prove himself. It's a strategy that worked for other players, such as Teoscar Hernandez in 2024. If Verdugo does land in San Diego, it could be a fresh opportunity to rewrite his narrative and prove he can still be a key player. On the other hand, if that deal falls through, he might find himself in a secondary role with another team, something that doesn't align well with his ambitions. This is the portrait of an athlete at a crossroads, where talent collides with the pressures of the market. Meanwhile, the Yankees' decision to part ways with Verdugo appears aligned with their long-term strategy. The bet on Jasson Dominguez, combined with the addition of Cody Bellinger, offers a glimpse into the organization's vision for the years ahead. However, it raises an intriguing question. Is it wise to let go of a player like Verdugo, known for his skill and consistency, even in an off year? The answer likely lies in how the franchise prioritizes its present and what it's willing to sacrifice for the future. Alex Verdugo's offensive performance fell short of expectations, raising questions about his true value on a team that consistently aims for the top of MLB. His inconsistency at the plate, combined with a disappointing 2024 season, has fueled doubts about his future with the Yankees. But is it fair to assess his impact solely based on a poor stretch? Throughout much of his career, Verdugo has built a reputation for consistent batting averages and reliable defense, rare and coveted traits in such a competitive league. He's the kind of player who can make a difference when in top form, and his career so far demonstrates potential that shouldn't be underestimated, even after a challenging season. Meanwhile, the Yankees appear determined to place their bets on a bright future, putting near unlimited trust in young talent Jasson Dominguez. However, this raises an intriguing question. Is now the ideal time to assign Dominguez such a crucial role? Prospects always come with an element of unpredictability, and the leap to a starting position in a franchise with the demands of the Yankees can be an overwhelming burden for any player early in their career. If Dominguez fails to meet immediate expectations, who would fill the void left by Verdugo's potential departure? Furthermore, there's always the risk of hindering a young prospect's development by placing too much responsibility on them too soon. As for Verdugo himself, speculation suggests San Diego as a potentially ideal destination. With uncertainty surrounding the re-signing of players like Jurickson Profar, the Padres could benefit from an athlete like Verdugo, who brings a mix of solid defensive skills and the potential to rediscover his offensive rhythm. For many players, stepping out of New York's intense spotlight presents the perfect opportunity to revitalize their careers, and Verdugo would be no exception. Smaller markets have often proven to be fertile ground for players seeking redemption. Athletes who struggle in big markets often find the stability they need in less pressurized environments, allowing them to focus on their strengths without the relentless scrutiny of the media and fans. On the other hand, The Yankees' decision reflects the organization's confidence in its long-term vision, betting on Dominguez while balancing the experience of veterans with the energy of fresh talent shows a commitment to rebuilding and innovation. However, this approach comes with significant challenges. Rebuilding a team in a market like New York requires patience and results, two things that don't always go hand in hand. A focus on young prospects can yield rewards in the long run, but time isn't always on the side of a franchise accustomed to winning. Moreover, Verdugo's departure wouldn't just mean the loss of a player, but also of a skill set that, when utilized effectively, can be critical in high-stakes games. His defensive ability in the outfield and his experience could serve as valuable assets for a team seeking consistency. Even in a tough year, Verdugo showed flashes of what he's capable of, and that versatility might be exactly what a team like the Padres needs to strengthen its roster. Meanwhile, Yankees fans watch the team's immediate future with apprehension. Is Jasson Dominguez ready to shoulder the burden of such an important role? How will he adapt to the challenge of playing under the bright lights of one of the sport's most demanding markets? At the same time, will Verdugo find redemption in a new setting? Each of these questions reflects the complexity of the decisions the Yankees are making. Balancing the retention of proven talent with making room for new players is a delicate art, and the impact of these choices will be felt in the years to come. And you, passionate fan, do you believe Alex Verdugo is truly expendable? Or are the Yankees making a mistake by underestimating the value he brings to the roster? And what about Jasson Dominguez? Can he really fill the gap left behind? Or should the team have opted for a safer and more structured plan? These questions echo through the halls of the Bronx, and the debate remains open to different perspectives. The Yankees continue to move their chess pieces, with recent reports indicating significant backstage maneuvering. Two intriguing names have surfaced: Gavin Lux of the Los Angeles Dodgers and Luis Arraez, currently with the Padres and a three-time batting title winner. Luis Arraez, who will turn 28 in April, possesses impressive contact hitting skills that could address the Yankees' chronic lineup gaps. In 2024, he slashed .314/.346/.392, amassing 200 hits over 150 games. He also led MLB with the lowest strikeout rate, just 4.3%, and posted a 26.5% line drive rate. These stats underscore his ability to generate consistent contact, something the Yankees desperately need after a season plagued by offensive instability. However, both sides of the coin must be considered. Defensively, Arraez's metrics are concerning. At both second and first base, he recorded -3 defensive runs saved (DRS) at each position and -13 outs above average (OAA), according to StatCast. His limited speed, ranking in the 30th percentile for sprint speed, further raises questions about his overall value in the field and on the base paths. On the other hand, the Yankees are also keeping an eye on Gavin Lux, who brings a different skill set. Although his OPS, 703, slightly trails Arraez's, 739, Lux offers greater agility and more consistent defensive numbers at second base. Additionally, his versatility allows him to contribute at multiple positions, a valuable asset for a team seeking flexibility. However, Lux has yet to reach the offensive consistency that Arraez consistently delivers. Either player would represent a considerable upgrade over the Yankees' current options, which include DJ LeMahieu, whose performance has been declining, Oswaldo Cabrera, better known for his versatility than excellence at any single position, and Oswald Peraza, who has struggled to secure a permanent spot on the main roster. The central question remains: how would Luis Arraez or even Gavin Lux fit into the Yankees' strategic plans? With Jazz Chisholm Jr. potentially playing second or third base, Arraez's arrival could necessitate significant defensive realignments. It's also worth noting that Arraez has just 1 year left on his contract before hitting free agency, raising questions about the cost-benefit of trading away prospects or valuable assets for a short-term solution. Additionally, the potential impact of his arrival on the team's offensive balance must be considered. The Yankees struggled to find consistency at the plate last season, and a contact hitter like Arraez could be precisely what they need to change that narrative. On the flip side, his defensive limitations and lack of speed on the base paths are drawbacks that can't be ignored. The prospect of Luis Arraez joining the New York Yankees stirs a mix of excitement and caution. There's no doubt he possesses exceptional qualities, such as his rare ability to make consistent contact and his proven track record as a reliable hitter. This offensive consistency could be a valuable asset for the Yankees, especially given their recent struggles. However, it's equally important to acknowledge his shortcomings. In a team like the Yankees, where each player is expected to combine offensive firepower with defensive reliability, Arraez's limitations in the field and lack of agility could weigh heavily. In a scenario where the Yankees are looking to strengthen both their defense and base running, these weaknesses might be difficult to justify. Ultimately, the Yankees must weigh the potential benefits of adding a hitter like Arraez or a versatile player like Lux against the costs, both in terms of on-field performance and the assets required to acquire them. As the team navigates its offseason, these decisions could significantly impact its ability to compete in a high-pressure, championship-driven market. Luis Arraez's contract situation is one of those issues that leaves fans divided. With only 1 year remaining before free agency, his arrival at the Yankees would represent a short-term move, one that comes with high risk. At a time when the franchise is navigating so many potential changes, does it make sense to gamble on such a temporary solution? Or would it be more strategic to target a player with stronger defensive impact and a longer-term future? This dilemma highlights the complexity of this potential trade. On the other hand, the Yankees' logic is understandable. They are in desperate need of a reliable contact hitter, and Arraez, with his consistency at the plate, seems like the perfect complement to a lineup struggling for offensive balance. His performance in 2024 speaks volumes. A slash line of 314/.346/.392, 200 hits in 150 games, and an impressive strikeout rate of just 4.3%. These numbers underscore a rare talent in today's MLB. But the big question remains, is that enough to elevate the Yankees to championship contention? Certainly, Arraez would bring the offensive stability that was sorely lacking for much of last season. However, his contribution is not without its flaws. Defensively, he showed clear limitations in 2024, with -3 defensive runs saved, DRS, and -13 outs above average, OAA, according to StatCast. These metrics suggest that while he excels at the plate, his presence in the field could be a liability for a team urgently needing defensive improvement. Additionally, his base running speed, ranked in the 30th percentile of the league, raises further concerns about how he would affect the team's overall dynamics. And that's not all. Investing in Arraez would also require valuable resources, whether in prospects or financial assets. With only 1 year left on his contract, the inevitable question arises: is it truly worth gambling so much on a solution that might prove fleeting, especially when considering the options already available to the Yankees in the market or their current roster? Players like DJ LeMahieu, despite being on the decline, still offer experience, while younger names like Oswaldo Cabrera and Oswald Peraza are striving to establish themselves. Even so, it's hard to ignore the potential impact Arraez could have on the Yankees lineup. His style of play provides a refreshing contrast to a team that often seems overly reliant on home runs. He would add an element of consistency and contact that could be decisive in close games. And while his defense is questionable, the Yankees might be able to minimize those drawbacks with tactical adjustments. Now, the ball is in your court. Yankees fans, what do you think about this potential trade? Do you believe Luis Arraez is the missing piece to transform the Yankees into serious title contenders? Or would it be wiser to pursue alternatives offering a better balance between offense and defense? This debate reflects the passion and engagement we all share for this team. Share your thoughts and let's keep the discussion going.